Heartland Season 19's finale is a week away, and there are lots of things we need to talk about. Because we may have a tragic hospital scene, and at the end of the season, Amy might leave Heartland. So let's get right into it, shall we? Titled Forgiveness, Episode 10 synopsis reads, Georgie comes to terms with Phoenix's new reality, and the identity of the rustlers is revealed. Amy and the rest of the Heartland family are left with difficult decisions to make about their futures. Let's begin with the rustlers, because they've caused so much trouble stealing Heartland's cattle. In episode 9, Lou wanted to install security cameras to see who's been stealing their cattle and causing so much stress and financial difficulty for Heartland. But her plan failed when the rustlers simply took the batteries and stole more cattle. That's when Jack intervened, and when he faced the rustlers, they hit his head, which could turn out pretty bad, especially considering Jack's age, but thankfully, he looks fine for now. But toward the end of the episode, he discovered that Wes Kellstrom, the guy who stole Amy's horse Spartan and tried to burn down the Heartland barn before, was behind this evil plan. So when Lou and Jack saw the police weren't going to do anything before it was too late, they decided to pay him a visit. And guess what? They took Nathan with them. In episode 10, I believe they'll try to talk some sense into Wes, but he's not just some guy you can talk to and convince. So at some point, our characters might decide to get their cattle back on their own, which may cause a bit of action and also a tragedy. See, when they're doing their thing, one of them might get shot or seriously hurt. My money is on Jack, since he's the most impulsive and courageous one out of our trio, but what do you think? In the season 19 finale, we might actually see Jack being taken to the hospital, but no matter what, I think he'll survive it and be just fine. They wouldn't take Jack from us just like that, you know? Now, let's talk about Georgie and Katie before talking about Amy and Nathan's fate in this show. As you all know, Georgie returned to Heartland in episode 9, and apparently she and Quinn broke up, and even though she wants to stay friends with him, Quinn wants some space. Georgie also brought her horse, Phoenix, with her so that Amy can work with him, and in episode 10, I think both storylines will be concluded. Quinn will probably give Georgie a call saying he wants to be friends with her too, but he just needs some time to process the breakup. And eventually, everything will be just fine with these two, either as friends or lovers. And as for Phoenix, I'm not that optimistic. Phoenix might be a bit old for a show horse, so Amy might offer Georgie to leave Phoenix with them so that he can retire and live his remaining years as a champion that he is. Even though Georgie won't like the idea because she and Phoenix have this special bond, she'll eventually realize that this is the best and most selfless option she can choose for Phoenix. And what about Katie? Our girl is struggling for real. Dex and River are dating, and even though Katie says she doesn't like Dex at all, I think she's confusing her feelings for him. I mean, she was the one who cried when she saw them kissing for the first time, right? It's either she's insanely jealous of her bestie getting a boyfriend, or she's into Dex or River, who knows? Since we haven't seen much LGBTQ representation on Heartland, I don't think Katie likes River, and instead, she's into Dex, which will eventually make things even worse with River. Right now, River resents her for not supporting her relationship, and she's putting Dex first. I've got a feeling River will realize she just likes Dex as a friend, and it was nothing but a physical attraction. And then in the next season, we'll see Katie with Dex, but what do you think? Now, let's talk about Nathan and Amy, because what's about to happen next is a game changer. In episode 9, Nathan's friend tried to sell Nathan his ranch, and while Nathan was on the fence, even though he wouldn't accept this just like that, his friend said that they have a horse rescue center on the farm and could leave it to Amy. So suddenly it makes total sense for Nathan building their own farm, and of course, a warm home together sounds amazing. And it would make Amy really happy too. But their relationship is still in the early stages. And I think even though he wants to do it, there are lots of things he has to figure out first. Like, Gracie can never handle price beef or the ranch itself on her own. It's too much work for just one person. And Amy would never want to leave her family behind, but also a horse rescue center would be amazing for her. At the end of the episode, I think Nathan will propose to Amy. And after she says yes, he'll bring up his thoughts on buying this ranch, and they'll have to decide what to do with their lives. I feel like even if they decide to buy it, Amy and Nathan will still be quite present in the show. Like, we can see them paying visits, returning for a while, etc., while we also watch their new life at their new home, you know? What do you think will happen in the season 19 finale? Let's discuss in the comments below and watch this video next.